Hi, friends. It's Training Tuesday. I am Suzanne Castle. Who are you? Let me know. Drop a little comment in the chat, whatever platform you are watching this on. I'm excited to get started because today we're talking about productivity on this Training Tuesday, where we're going to spend less than 10 minutes making it happen. So let's get rocking, shall we? Again, let me know if you're watching live or on replay. I have 5 tips for you today on how you can transform your productivity. So today we're going to dive into really the art of conquering procrastination, because we all do it, right? Let's be honest. There are things that you do every day and there are things that you put off every day. And so I want to help you ignite your productivity with 5 sparkling tips. And I'm thrilled to guide you on this journey today that I think is going to help you understand differently about the way to go after the things you're trying to go with. So tip number 1, are you ready? Let's talk about setting sparkling goals. You know, I'm a goal certified coach and I teach women everywhere how to really think about goal getting, not goal setting, which really starts with really activating your own goal getting personality. But I want you to picture this for just a moment. You need to think about goals that not only excite you, because that's what will get you up, but you need to make sure that they're lighting up your passion. And the only way to do that to really, because there will be days that you get up to work on it, but you don't want to. So you want to be sure your passion is activated. The best way I know to do this is to break them down into small glittering tasks, right? Think about a little disco ball that's over you. It makes the process more manageable, but it adds a little touch of sparkle to your journey. For example, yesterday I met with a former client, and she's a very big thing happening that's going to take months on end to accomplish. It feels overwhelming. And so one of the things we talked about was decide what the end is, right? And what that date is. Then work backwards to think about what has to happen each month. So these 5 things have to be done this month. So end goal, that month, what has to happen for that to be true? Back up a month, what has to happen to make that other month be true? Back up again. You see what I'm saying? Then every couple of weeks, look at your monthly goal and break it down into daily things you're going to do every single day to move you forward just that month. So you're staying focused and you're breaking things down to where this day you might only be working on it 10 minutes. This other day, it might take an hour. But when you're just looking at it in a big giant way, it's really overwhelming and you won't work on it. So that's my tip number 1 about setting your sparkling goals, and make sure that you're breaking them down into accessible bites. Tip number 2. We want to craft a radiant schedule. What does this mean? I want you to think of it as your daily roadmap of success. So when you are prioritizing your tasks, understanding what you really are working on, you're allocating dedicated time slots to that priority, you are going to witness the magic that erupts in your day because you will be productive in that. When you are working on all the other little things, I call it like fire ants, right? It's like dying by the fire ant bite. You need to understand where you stand, the 2 or 3 things that are going to move you forward on the things you say you're going to go to. And that has to be the focus. And it can't be a focus airy fairy. It has to be focused on your schedule so you can see if you're working on it, what happens. And when you don't work on it, what happens. The data won't lie. Create your schedule. Tip number 3. Celebrate. Oh gosh, do I talk about this all the time? Yes, I do. Celebrating small wins is like adding confetti to your journey. You want to take a moment to acknowledge and revel in the glory of your progress on the daily, right? Because those small victories, they pave the way for grand success, because then your brain is like, wow, it felt good to do this, this, and this. Let's do more of that. And your brain will serve you. Your brain will create new neural pathways, and those new neural pathways can help you see different possibilities than you had before. That's why celebrating is so important to understanding your productive output. So you can celebrate, I got 1 thing off my list today. Let's be excited by that. Understand what that means for you. Does that mean you take a 10-minute walk? Does that mean you get to watch something on Netflix? Does that mean that you get to put your feet up? Does that mean that, I don't know, you have a glass of your favorite beverage? The celebration thing that you do doesn't matter. What matters is you're telling your brain, we're focusing on the celebration. Let's do that again. My recommendation with my clients is to make sure that you're celebrating daily first. Don't uncover what went wrong first. Uncover the celebration. All right, let's continue. We want to think about breaking down our tasks. Okay. So that's my tip number 4. We want to break down our tasks into what I call twinkling moments. What does that mean? Really, this is game changing. So stay with me for a minute. Imagine turning your to do list into this sequence of manageable steps with containers. Okay. What do I mean by that? Well, it makes your task more approachable if you understand that one container are errands, one container are things for my house, my sanctuary. One thing is these are work deadlines. One thing is these are work projects. One thing is this is the container of family relationships. Now, make sure all those things that are on your to do list occupy space in the container they're supposed to be in. Then you decide what you're working on when on your calendar and you break it down. So, for example, if I have 4 errands to run, I might block out this is my errand time for 2 hours, decide the most efficient way to run those errands. And that's what happens there. And boom, I knock them out. But when it's just this ongoing list, your brain is just always on because it's always seeing that list that never gets crossed off or thrown away. And so when all those things are on a to-do list, they're really not to-do lists, right? So it's okay to get them all out somewhere, but once you get them out, you need to put them somewhere else so that your tasks become approachable. You infuse each moment with a sense of accomplishment, you take care of it, and then your brain can go serve you in other ways. Last tip. Let's talk about time mastery because that's where productivity and procrastination battle, right? So one technique that works for a whole lot of people is called the Pomodoro Technique. Maybe you've heard of it. It's a time management method that was developed by Francesco Cirillo. And what it is it involves breaking down your work into intervals. So he recommends 25 minutes in length, and then you take a 5 or a 10-minute break. Work for 25 minutes, take a 5 or 10-minute break. And this is the same approach, by the way, that first started in sitcoms, television sitcoms. And so, now it's more like 9 minutes commercial break, 9 minutes commercial break. But if you can think about this focused approach, and it can be, I'm going to focus for 10 minutes and see what I get done. I'm going to focus for an hour, whatever it is. But the Pomodoro technique really means I'm going to focus for a focused amount of time, stop the work when the alarm goes off, and go do something else. Usually the something else what I recommend with my clients is getting physical. Get up, go do something, go get a glass of water, but don't like switch to a different task without taking some kind of break. What this will do is it really will enhance your concentration. It'll make each burst of work this kind of beacon of productivity, and your brain knows how to respond because you're telling it right now, I need for you to focus on this thing and this thing only. It'll work. All right, so there you have it. Those are my 5 tips to illuminate your productivity, to conquer procrastination, and to really help you step into a world of glittering possibilities. I'm so excited that you were here for Training Tuesday. I can't wait to continue to serve you. Lori, I'm glad that you were here live. And I am so excited for what's coming down the pipe. So really quick, in 2 weeks, I am running a free 5-day experience. Free for 5 days, not 5 days long, but it's about 45 minutes every day for 5 days straight. That I'm calling more, which really is about getting more ease, more flow, more productivity, more abundance, whatever that means in relationships and money and love, whatever that means. But understanding the more aspect from this place, from accessing it here and really hacking your brain to serve you in this capacity. If you'd like some information about that and to get the link, again, it's free. And yes, there will be a replay if you can't be on live, but you have to be registered to do that. Drop a star emoji. Let's see how many of you listen all the way to the end. Drop a star emoji here, and I will reach out and get you signed up and give you the link. There's no opt-in page, none of that mess. Just drop an emoji and I'll get you access. Okay. All right. I'm Suzanne Castle. Have a wonderful Tuesday. I will see you next week. Bye.